The truth is, there's three things that have always been a good investment of my hard-earned income, even if I don't have a lot of it, like I said. So number one, fuel. Early on, back when I was probably about 20 years old, gas was at an all-time high, and it was around $4.50 a gallon. And at the time, I had some friends who had actually stopped driving and going to where they want to go, or they would kind of worry a lot about what place had the cheapest gas and then go out of their way to get the cheapest gas. And it was like 10 cents per gallon cheaper. And for me, I just realized at a young age that my time is way more valuable than that small amount of money that I might save. I decided I'd never let fuel prices stop me from going where I needed to go. If it was something regarding my education, a class, a training, some live event I needed to attend, whatever it was that I thought could get me where I wanted to go in my career, I wasn't gonna let the price of fuel stop me. So that was number one. Number two are books. So for me, I love to ingest information via the written word. I think there's something special about that. I think there's something that happens when you observe something with your eyes, and you can make notes in the margins, and you can kind of go back and reread sections of content. That's just different than if you take in an audio book or watch a video, things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I do that all the time. But I think you will see an immense amount of growth in yourself if you invest even a few hours a week to reading a book as opposed to watching Netflix. And the thing that's tricky about Netflix is you may say, hey, I watch documentaries on Netflix. And that's fine, I do too. But my opinion is that documentaries, you don't learn nearly as much as you think you do from watching a documentary. It just kind of gives you the feeling that you've learned a lot, or you've learned some new thing of information. But for the most part, you don't learn as much as you think you do, in my opinion. So just my opinion. You might hate me. Leave a comment if you want to. Number three, random small acts of generosity. Someone's in your life and you feel like, hey, I should buy this guy a cup of coffee, or I should take this person out to lunch or breakfast. You should not hesitate to do that. That's always going to be money well spent, because it's investing in relationships. Relationships are key to you growing as a person and really enrichment in life here on earth. And you won't regret it, because I think it causes you to get outside yourself, and people are attracted to generosity. And I've experienced the effects of that. Even when I didn't have a lot of money, being generous with your money is just, it goes a long way, and I can't encourage you enough to do that. So the number three kind of correlates with relationships, as I said. So to recap, I believe that number one, fuel, is kind of connected to your purpose and knowing where you want to go and going on your journey. So fuel is kind of part of that. Number two, with books, you have wisdom and knowledge, which is incredible investment in yourself. So that's kind of the connection there. And number three, again, to recap, the generosity and the kindness, that's all about building relationships, and being a generous person, which is good for the soul. So anyway, that's my three. You might disagree. Let me know what you think, because I'd love to hear yours. This is just something I've kind of been ruminating on. If it's helpful to you, I'd love to hear your take and give me your three. Anyway, keep following along. Shoot me any questions you have. If there's a certain topic you want me to cover, whether it's leadership, team development, meetings, communication, email, creative development, filmmaking, whatever questions you have that you think I might have some insight on or I can share with you, I'd love to take questions and dive right in. So have a great night. Talk to you soon.